What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Psycho Gamer. I'm your host, Aubrey, and today we're going to go ahead and talk about the Midway Legacy Edition arcade cabinet by Arcade1up. So that's something that got leaked out a couple months ago by Gamestop. Actually, I think it was a little over a month ago, and was pulled out just as fast as it got put on. But it was too late. People have already seen what this kind of looks like, but they didn't know a huge amount about it other than it was coming. So we're going to take a look at that here. Take a look at a little bit of an in-depth look at what we're going to be expecting from this machine. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe, turn on the post notifications. We're going to talk about that right after this. All right, welcome back once again. Like I said, we are going to go ahead and take a look at this Midway Legacy Edition arcade cabinet that was officially released, at least news-wise, by Arcade1up. So they are talking about doing pre-orders a little bit later this month, actually within the next few days. But first, before we actually do anything else, we are going to go ahead and click into my computer. We're going to take a look at this trailer they actually released for the actual game. And that's pretty much the entire video that they've actually released. It's not much, I know. But when we look over here on the Arcade1up actual website, there's a little bit of information talking about what's going to be all the background of the actual Mortal Kombat series. 80s, 90s, Midway produced some of the hottest arcade games, which is definitely true. They're going with a Mortal Kombat 2 look in terms of this one because they already did a Mortal Kombat one, so why not? But what's cool about this particular machine is they are going to have 12 games on it instead of like your typical 3 or 4 that Arcade1up is used to actually releasing. What are they going to have on it? Well, they are going to have obviously Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Joust, Defender, Rampage, Gauntlet, Paperboy, Root Beer Tapper, Bubbles, Tubin, and Wizard of War. So they actually have a pretty good lineup for the games that are actually coming out on this particular thing. I'm not going to necessarily read everything to you right here because you can take a look at that yourself. All I got to do is scroll down to the Arcade1up website, and it's actually one of the first machines you're going to see on there. But we're going to take a look at the actual cabinet itself, though. So when you're starting to look at it, it does have the Mortal Kombat 2 logos. It is going to have a lit marquee. It has the Mortal Kombat 2 riser, which looks really, really cool. And it is going to have that coin slot on the front. So what they're doing with this, as well as many of the first generation ones with these coin slots, is they're just going to be a decal on them. So it's not going to be, sticking out like a plastic one. So you're not going to be able to get your leg stuck on it or break it or anything like that. It'll just be basically a big sticker. This is your other side. It's basically the exact same thing. Full right side with Raid in there with all the lightning going on it. Same with your left side. Your front feature is going to look really, really nice. Still has your Mortal Kombat 2s right on the screen there. I don't see your typical Arcade1up like right in this area here. So I guess that's kind of a good thing. Maybe that's why they're putting it down here, as well as Midway Classic Arcade. There is a closer look at what you're looking at. And here is your actual control panel right here. It has your typical 1, 2 players, on, off, volume control. And you have how everything looks. You got your run button, high punch, low punch, high kick, low kick, block. Now I think the reason why they went with putting some of these games on here, like say Tubin, is because it's a little easier to use this particular control scheme for those particular games. That's pretty much how the arcade was, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I played it, but I'm pretty certain that's how the actual control scheme was. So this is your typical picture right here that they always show in all their advertisements with the Mortal Kombat 2 Arcade1up Midway Legacy Edition arcade cabinet. So I really do like the looks of this cabinet. It is giving me that nostalgic feel. It's obviously going to have a similar design as any of the other previous Arcade1up machines, which is pretty nice. Now, I know John D has pretty much been banished from Twitter from his own company because he seems to always leak a little something out or gives us a little glimmer of hope on certain games. But he managed to break his hiatus just to say, Happy Mortal Kombat Day, everyone. 26 more days. And I don't even remember what that's all about. I'm assuming that has to do with the movie, because the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat just dropped, and I have to say it is an amazing trailer. If you have not seen it, go watch it. Don't watch it around kids, because there's a bit of cussing and a lot of blood and guts, as Mortal Kombat should have had to begin with. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. What do you guys think? You guys anxiously awaiting this particular machine? I'm sure Best Buy is going to have it. I'm sure GameStop's going to have it. There might be a couple different variations, but what mods do you think you're probably going to do to it? Do you think you're probably going to replace buttons like a lot of people seem to do, or maybe even the joysticks? So post down below on if you're excited for this or any of the other Arcade1up lineups that are actually out there. There's a lot of good stuff coming out, including Pong. You know, what can I say? I know. I really can't say that with a straight face, but it does give you that classic feel to how it's actually designed. But make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn on those post notifications, guys. Until next time, game on.